NaturalValleyTalk.com.
If you have trouble sleeping, our next guest may have the answer. Our friend is Sam from
Sleep Services.
Sleep Services.
Samuel Medina.
Yes.
Samuel Medina from Sleep Services. Now, if you can't sleep, maybe you have, what is that thing where you can't?
Obstructive sleep apnea.
Sleep
Sleep
apnea.
apnea.
Yeah.
I think my husband and his brothers have it, not because they're bigger dudes. I think it does happen with bigger people. It could happen with skinny people, but they snore and then they go like this.
Yeah, and that's the classic indication that they have
Wow.
some sort of sleep apnea.
They don't get enough oxygen to the brain,
Yeah.
and it can lead into heart attacks and a bunch of stuff.
Correct.
Right?
So what do they have to do? Go to some sleep clinic and sleep in the clinic and be away from home and have doctors probing you, prodding you, poking you?
And
Yes.
that's the traditional, but what
It's okay.
what we do at Sleep Services is we do testing at home using a wireless
At home,
device.
you don't
Yes.
have to go to the lab.
You don't have to go to
be
a lab.
prodded and poked by doctors.
No.
So I could never
it's
sleep.
a home device.
It's a home
I could
device.
never sleep out away from home. And
Yes, and that's the big
That would
thing.
be
A lot of
hard.
people don't like that.
Yeah.
And
No.
we're the alternative.
Because how are you supposed to, let's just say you do have sleep apnea or something like that, how are you supposed to sleep anyway?
You don't. You have all these wires
The nannies come to take the baby. The baby's okay. Thanks, nanny.
Thank you, Nanny.
If you're just tuning in, Athena had her baby moments before we went on the
I
air.
would hold him up, but I just like bumped him on the head. I'm afraid I'm going to like disturb him.
Just move that bottle a little so we can see how beautiful he is.
Yes.
This is Miko.
Nico Giovanni Pavone. Matter of fact, he snores. Can babies have sleep apnea?
They can, yes, they can. And it's good that we're the company that also we treat from adults all the way to pediatrics.
Oh, you do?
And we're the
Okay.
only company that uses an FDA-approved device for pediatrics.
And it's not so, I don't want to say non-invasive, it's not, you're not dragged out of your environment
No.
to test you. So maybe you think you have sleep apnea, maybe you don't, but your device,
With devices that we use, they test sleep apnea at home. It's all wireless. You don't have to go to a sleep lab. More people like that because it's done at their home. It's cheaper and we're much faster.
yeah, how do you pay for it? Is your insurance going to pay
Insurance
for it?
will pay for that.
Like, is it millions of dollars?
No. Our typical cost for insurance payment is about $300.
$300.
Yes.
So, I mean, it could save your life,
It
but
can save you
$300,
like that,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, we've had some companies that they schedule out till February, and we can, see them right away.
Now, is this always prescribed as by a doctor, or can
Yes,
they
it
just
is.
call you? Okay.
No,
I
there's
think
always
it has
prescribed.
to be, right?
It has to be prescribed by a doctor.
It has to be a prescription. Is a prescription for the device and then eventually the CPAP?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
We do the initial testing to see how bad their sleep apnea is.
Okay. And it's a monitor that sends signals to the lab and creates some sort of charts? or
Yes,
something?
it's all set. They have a little device that sits on their forehead or on their chest. It's all monitored in real time. Once the test is done, it's downloaded and read by interpreted by a board-certified sleep doctor.
Wow.
Okay, so when you're, let's just say, I don't know, my husband's for instance.
Okay.
You're tired, you're doing the, and you have sleep apnea, and the doctor writes a prescription. Then they go in to see you.
What they do is they
The
send the referral.
patient?
The referral gets sent to us.
The referral.
Yes,
Okay.
the referral gets sent to us, and we'll get all the information, the authorization from the insurance company. We'll call the patient up, ask him certain questions. Do you snore? How do you wake up? Do you wake up moody, tired? Stuff like that. Then
That's my husband.
then we send the device out by mail
By
to the
mail?
patient's home. Yes,
Wow.
and it's
But
a very
sleep
user.
apnea is, it's serious, Mike.
Yes.
So do all doctors know about your device, or should a patient, if they're seeing this show and they go to the doctor, say, hey, can you call this
Right.
company because...
Yeah, they do. Yes, a lot of doctors also too want to send them to the sleep lab,
Yeah,
but
because they're used to that.
they're used to that.
That's
yes.
what it says in the book. So go to the sleep lab.
Yes.
But
And sleep labs
It's
are
hard to
good.
get people to go, though.
Yeah, it is because of the cost. They have to sleep away from home and rearrange their schedule.
is this cheaper? That's what I was going to say.
It
than
is,
the sleep
yes.
lab. Cheaper, not so invasive
Sure.
into your life.
And faster.
Faster, you're more comfortable with it. I could never go in a lab with a bunch of people looking and,
Correct.
can you sleep yet?
Yeah.
Put the microphone closer or something. I don't know what they do in sleep
And I
labs.
used to work at a sleep lab, and so
So you have some
I have
experience
experience
with
on
it,
that.
so.
Yeah, So that's one of the great things.
But tell us about sleep apnea. Like, what causes it? How serious it is?
Sleep-
Some people have never even heard of it.
Oh, sleep apnea, what it is basically a cessation of breathing that lasts more than 10 seconds.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it
You
doesn't.
stop breathing, and the oxygen doesn't get to the brain,
Yeah.
right? That's why you're so tired and moody and blah,
Correct.
blah, blah.
What it is just your tongue gets in the airway and blocks it. So it can lead up to diseases such as diabetes, strokes, heart attacks. Yes.
Is it prominent with bigger people?
It is prominent with bigger people. It's also prominent in men also too, especially truck drivers because they're driving constantly and they're not getting enough sleep and they're sitting and they're overweight and so.
I've heard that, and I'm not sure if it's like a law. Didn't they make it a law that truck drivers have to get this test?
Correct.
Because they'll fall asleep at the wheel.
Yes.
Oh, so if truck drivers have to get it, then this is a way for them to get it.
There
Correct,
you go.
yes.
Tell
It
your
is.
doctor, call sleep services.
Yes.
Don't send me to the sleep lab, please.
Because you're never
doctor.
going to sleep anyway.
Correct.
Get the in-home
Can they
testing.
call you, or should they just call the doctor directly?
They can call a doctor, but they can also email me at my email on the
Email.
bottom,
Email
smedinasleep@gmail.com.
You see it down
Awesome.
at the bottom? Say it one more time, Sam.
smedinasleep@gmail.com.
There you
Sammy
go.
Medina.
And I'll answer any questions that you have.
This sounds very
For
innovative.
babies, for truck drivers,
Yes.
for big people, small people, I would much rather do it in home than go to a sleep lab. So
You're
this is an
changing
awesome
people's
thing.
lives.
Yes, we are.
In an easy, in a good way.
Yes, easy,
And if your
non-invasive way.
insurance can do it, there
Yes.
you go. It'll
If-
save your
If you
life.
think you have the problem, call your doctor, tell him you want sleep services. If you go to your doctor and he's trying to send you to the sleep lab, say, doctor, can you look at sleep services? That might be the way for me.
And if you need any additional information, like I said, just call me or text me on my email, and I'll send you information that way also too.
All right.
That's awesome, Mr. Samuel. It's good to see you
Nice
again.
to see you again, too.
And I'll call you if my baby or my husband or me, we all have sleep apnea, I think.
Okay,
We'll be
yeah.
calling you.
We're totally out of time, but maybe we could do a thing where her husband and we put it on and do it in
Yeah.
association with the show.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right.
All
If
right.
I could get my stubborn husband to do it. You know how men are so stubborn.
Yes, they are. And men are the ones that mostly need this.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I don't
Yeah.
snore, so I don't need to worry about it. How do you know if you snore?
Well, if your bed partner tells you basically,
They say that, but I
Yeah.
don't believe them.
and if you stop breathing in the middle of the night, they'll know.
I think I snore now that I'm getting older, but my husband does the not breathing while snoring.
Okay.
scary.
Yeah, he
I
needs to
might
be
even
checked.
have it for all I know.
Yeah.
I'm tired in the morning, but I think it's because I'm up all night with this one.
And what
I'm not
hap-
sure which one.
And what happens too is if your bed partner has sleep apnea, the one that's sleeping next to him is going to develop because they're going to be waking up
Oh,
all
Mike,
the time.
you're my bed partner. You snore.
Yes,
Hate
that's
to tell
right.
ya.
All right, we are out of time for Mike and Athena. We'll be back here next week, and we've been visiting with Samuel and Medina at Sleep Services.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, I'll be back with the baby. Then I'm back to work in a couple weeks.
Good.
So you'll see the baby again next Friday.
We're so excited. All babies sit where you're working. Mike and Athena out there giving us this signal, whatever that means.
Hey, tomorrow, try to go to the breastfeeding walk, Woodward Park. We'll see you guys. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you next Friday.
CentralValleyTalk.com